Alright guys, deck profile, the Duke. So I'm going to be pretty straightforward, let you guys pretty much know how most of this stuff works, and I'll just make quick explanations. And so I'm going to show the deck profile first, and then I'll talk about it in the second half. So we start off with good old Vortimir, the Black Dragon Whelp. So I'm going to start with grade 3s. Of course we run the 4 Spectral Duke, pretty straightforward in that. The 3 Gigantic Charger, I mean, the only other good grade 3 you can run with it, in my opinion, because this deck's pretty much a very aggressive deck. Another 4 Bombing, the 4 of the Ride Chain, and then 3 Vivian. Grade 1s, Tect 1 Little Battler Tron, 2 Slagle Daggers, 4 Mark, 4 Gareth, 4 of the Ride Chain. And then our triggers are pretty straightforward. We've got the heals, the crits, more crits, and the draws. So triggers don't need much explaining. Alright, so I guess the second half now I'm going to be discussing about the deck and what to do and how to make things work. So, triggers, this is the best trigger lineup in my opinion. You have the aggression of the crits, and then you have the consistency of the draws, because you do need to draw pieces, and it does help up with hands. And then, of course, heals. No need to explain any of that. I mean, that's pretty straightforward. I've seen some people mix, 6 draws and 6 crits. I've noticed that this ratio of the 8, 4, and 4 work the best. So we're going to start with the evolution. We have Black Dragon Whelp. If you ride the grade 1, search for the grade 2 or 3. Check the top 7 cards. So pretty straightforward, no need to explain much. That's why we run 4 of them, just because we need to hit it as soon as possible. Then, of course, 8Ks, I don't really need to explain much for the 8Ks. They're important because they swing for big numbers. Same thing goes for the shields, the perfect guards. They're perfect, and you need to protect yourself. Slagle Daggers, they're really important. Behind Gigantic Charger, it's really good. Hitting for 21 if you counterblast one. Especially if you don't have the 8Ks that you could put behind him. You have another option. So those are very good, and that's why I tech it. And then the Little Battler, just as a tech to put behind Duke. The effect is, if when this boosts a Gold Paladin Vanguard, the number of rear guards is more than your opponent's, he gets +4, so it's a 10k boost. Now, moving on, evolving once again. So, the Ride Chain. Once you ride number 2 on top of number 1, you can eat one of your back row, one of your rear guards, check the top 2 cards, play both of them, or one of them, you have a choice. If you don't play either of them, or only play one, put the other cards in the bottom of the deck. So, 4. Then, Vivian. Vivian is so good. Getting that initial plus is so important. You get that plus so you can feed for Duke. You apply that pressure to your opponent because they don't want you to get the plus. So just that right there is so key. And, she's just so good. And then we have the aggression 10k. No need to say. Some people do run Lopier. It is what it is. I do like this just because it's straightforward. This deck needs to be straightforward aggression. And evolving, last piece, the Duke. Now, I run 4 Duke so I can get them. Duke is really important. It's the whole concept of the deck. Duke, Duke, Duke. Really good. Later on, I'm going to get much better with the support coming out in set 9. Overall, a really good card. Very good, especially before DOTE came out. So, very good card. And the art's amazing. And then, the Gigantic Charger. Now, this is where people can complain or say, why don't you run Garmor? Well, I like the aggression. It's straightforward. Yeah, sometimes you play it in Vanguard, but that's, it is what it is. That's how card fight works. Sometimes, you don't always get what you want. So, hope you guys liked it. Hope you liked the discussion. The evolution, of Spectral Duke. And thumbs up if you want more content. Take care, guys. Peace.